I would like to welcome everybody at our today's webinar. Every week we cover e-learning trends, share iSpring tips and tricks, and talk about clients' cases. I am Paulina Ionina, the community manager at iSpring, and I will be the moderator for today's session, where we will talk about some of the training content creation hurdles and actually share 6 tips for training organizations. And as a presenter, I have invited my colleague from Customer Success Department, Julia Clayton. Hi, Julia. Thanks a lot for tuning in. How are you doing today?
Hi, Paulina. I'm well, and how are you today?
I'm doing great. Thanks a lot for asking. Okay, I think at this point we are more than ready to begin. So, Julia, I am happy to pass the mic over to you.
Thanks, Paulina. Hi, everyone. I'm Julia, and I will be presenting for you today. Okay, so why did I decide to focus on the content creation process in today's session? Because I know it can really be challenging and time and money consuming for many RTOs. However, this process doesn't have to be overwhelming, doesn't have to be, again, overcomplicated and too much expensive. For many RTOs I worked with, we were able to find a solution that fit their needs. Moreover, they are now able to create effective and interactive content with results that are easy to track and hassle-free. Let's move on to the challenges that RTOs face in the content creation process. First, let's talk about time and money consuming challenges. There are 3 cases that I'd like to cover. The first one is when an RTO uses third-party services for content creation. This can cost you a lot of money because they create content once and you pay for it. But anytime you need to update your content, you will need to pay for each update. The second challenge is that the process of tracking results is not automated. Most of the time, RTOs track results manually, which is very time consuming. The third challenge is the fear of the new and unknown, which can really keep the process from moving forward. You can detect this challenge when you have lots of what if questions like what if the tool doesn't work for us? What if I spend too much money and the outcome isn't satisfactory? What if we spend too much time learning the new tool and there are other tools that were great and are less complicated? And many others. Okay, now let's move on to the next big group of challenges, and all of them are about effective learning outcomes. The first one in this group is when you present your training materials as documents, PDFs, and presentations. But what's wrong with that? Well, nothing, if you don't want your learners to retain the content. It's a well-known fact, and I believe that Judy Dirksen was talking about it lately, that in order to learn something, a reading is not sufficient. To make content stick, you need to offer your learner the option to interact with it. There are lots of ways you can do that, but we will talk about that later. The that brings us to the next challenge, which is to be able to create competitive content. Let's face it, we all want our service to stand out, and it's really hard to achieve that through plain docs and presentations. You want your content to receive the highest rates from your learners, don't you? And the last challenge here is when an RTO already has an LMS with a built-in tool for content creation, which is awesome because it makes the training process easier compared to the old-fashioned way. However, as far as content creation is concerned, most of these built-in tools have limited functionality, which can result in low learning outcomes. So let's move forward. All of these challenges can be addressed with an authoring tool that is perfect for your needs. So let me go ahead and jump to the how part right away. There are 3 top authoring tools on the market: Articulate 360, Adobe Captivate, and iSpring Suite Max. Each of these tools is well suited for a particular type of scenario. One solution will work for you when it's necessary to launch a poll, sorry, not a poll, to launch a lot of e-learning content immediately, while others provide a complex and detailed foundation for authoring. On our website, we have a detailed review article that you can go ahead and check out. So now let's see how iSpring can help you with each challenge. Challenge number 1: when an RTO uses third-party services for content creation. With iSpring, you have your own authoring tool like iSpring Suite that allows you to create your training materials in-house without going to third-party services. Having your own authoring tool enables you to tailor courses with all your content. They are more in tune with users and therefore more readily accepted. And anytime you need to update your content, you can quickly do that yourself without spending additional fees for such services and wasting your time on back and forth reviewing. Challenge number 2: when the process of tracking results is not automated. iSpring comes with a built-in quiz maker that allows you to create interactive assessments where points are assigned automatically, so you don't have to assess them manually. Another great feature of Quizmaker is that reports can be easily sent to you or your students via email. Challenge number 3: fear of the new and unknown that can stop the process from moving forward. Remember, it's that challenge where we ask lots of what if questions. Here I'd like to talk about our clients and why they choose iSpring. What our clients love most about iSpring Suite is the fact that it's a PowerPoint add-in which makes it super easy to use. Because if you know how to use PowerPoint, you will know how to use iSpring. iSpring is well known for having a zero learning curve, and you can create training content with no IT or design experience thanks to built-in content library. Top review websites for e-learning such as Capterra, G2, and e-learning industry have lots of reviews for iSpring tools, so you can go ahead and check them out. We also have award-winning technical support available 24/7 via chat and email, and our specialists are always happy to help. And webinar series, of course, that are free to watch. They can also save your time and address some of the questions you may have when choosing an authoring tool. Now, let's see what iSpring has to offer in terms of effective learning outcomes. The very first challenge is when you present your training materials as documents, PDFs, and presentations, which is not that engaging and doesn't help when learning the material. With iSpring Suite, you can create or supercharge your presentations with interactive elements like quizzes, interactions, role plays, and screencasts that will help you engage your students in the e-learning process and increase their attention and, of course, focus on the material that they have to study, which will result in better content retention. Challenge number 2: when you need to be able to create competitive content. According to our clients' experience with the outstanding features available in iSpring, they were able to build a variety of contents that their students would prefer over other learning materials. Even though it's super easy to build, the outcome looks extremely professional. Challenge number 3: when a built-in tool has limited functionality. Even if you have an LMS, you can still complement it with iSpring Suite and leverage all the options available. If you are not sure if iSpring will work with your LMS, please don't worry. We constantly test LMSs that are out there on the market to make sure our tool is compatible. We even have a list of them on our website of the LMSs that are compatible. It's over 150 LMSs there. Now, let me show you the tool iSpring Suite in action. I'm going to focus on building a course in iSpring Suite Max. I also want to start with you from scratch to show how quickly you can create an engaging course with video, interaction, and a small quiz in iSpring Suite Max. Then I will show you how to upload our course to iSpring Space and, of course, demonstrate how to share the course with your team. So great, I'm excited to switch to the practical part and create a course together with you. We will be working on a course on the vital topic fire safety. Okay, before we move on to practice, let me show you how this course built in iSpring Suite Max looks. I have pre-uploaded the course to my iSpring Learn LMS account and we will take a look at it from the user perspective. So I will go to the user portal and now let's imagine that I'm a new employee and as a part of my onboarding program, I have to take training on fire safety in our office. So let's go to courses and I immediately see this course assigned to me. Let's click on it. In this course, I will learn how to act in case of fire emergency. Let's click Launch. You can see the interactive player on the right side that I can use to navigate through the course. Here is a YouTube video, for example, about steps to take during office fires. After that, there is an interaction to memorize the steps to take in case of fire emergency. Also, there is another interaction about different types of fire extinguishers. And lastly, there is a quiz to check learners' knowledge. Let's just randomly do this. Okay, looks great. I have completed the course in the iSpring Learn LMS, and if you are interested to learn more about our LMS, we have a dedicated webinar on our YouTube channel. Let us know in the chat if you are interested, and we will share a link with you after the session as well. Now let's build a course in iSpring Suite Max. I will minimize this window, open iSpring Suite in my computer, and create a new presentation. So iSpring Suite tab is right here. And to start working in iSpring Suite Max, I need to activate my subscription. And to do this, I will click the login button right here and click login with iSpring Space. So then this window appears and we just need to copy and paste the account address and click sign in. Perfect. Let's go back to our presentation and it's active. Let's create a blank presentation. So now I also have access to the content library and all the features in iSpring Suite. Now let's get down to the course creation. To make my course more engaging, I will start with adding templates, characters, and their surroundings. Luckily, I don't have to search for all of this online or bother a designer because I can find all of this in this content library, which is a part of iSpring Suite Max. So let's start with templates. When you open slide templates, you can find plenty of templates. For example, urban style, orbital, light, harmony, and lots of others. Each template has ready-made slides on different parts of a course, such as title, main menu, objectives, company products, and many others. For our course, let's choose this one and click Insert. Let me delete the very first slide. And now I want to change the picture, so I will right click here and click on Change the Picture. I have created the folder with all the materials that I want to use. So let's click Insert. Looks great. And now I will just copy and paste the text from my document, the title, and the description. Also, I want to change the color here. So let me change it to something like this. Looks great. So our slide is ready to go. And in my course, I will be creating a step-by-step plan on what to do in case of the fire emergency. And to introduce my learner to the topic, I want to share an instructional video. I will start by adding the background again, and before I do this, let's create a new slide. This one doesn't look great, so let's choose the blank one and delete this one. Perfect. So I will now simply go back to iSpring Suite ribbon and backgrounds. For my course, let's choose an office picture and choose something like this and click insert. Looks great. There are different ways to add a video to your course in iSpring Suite. You can create a new video, insert a video file from your computer as well, record your screen, insert a video from YouTube, or insert it as a web object. For my course, I will add it from the YouTube, so I click here and I will copy and paste the link to our video. Perfect. Let's click preview just to double check that the video is correct. Perfect. Let's click OK. Just a few seconds and let me move the video a little bit and resize it. Great. I also want to bring a character to our slide, and to find the best character, I'm going to go to the Content Library, Characters. iSpring Content Library has a diverse selection of characters that represent different ethnicities, occupations, actions, and even emotions. We constantly update our library and we are always happy to hear your suggestions. I would definitely encourage you to use characters in your courses simply because it creates an emotional connection between the learner and the content, as well as it involves them more in the training process. For my course, I obviously need a firefighter, and to find this character, I will choose Industrial, and let's choose Vincent. I want him to be pointing at our video, so let's choose this one and click Insert. Let me resize him a little bit, move, and then crop the picture to fit our slide better. Perfect. I also want to add a word bubble with the description. To do this, I will go to the Insert tab in PowerPoint, Shapes, Callouts, and add a word bubble. Let's move it, resize it a little bit, and also let's change the shape fill to something more. Let's choose this one, something more neutral. And now I will just copy and paste the text. Let's make it black. So this slide is ready to go. And the next thing that I want to do is to create an interaction, because after my learners watch the video, I want them to better memorize the steps on how to act in case of the fire emergency. So I will start by adding a new PowerPoint slide, then go back to iSpring Suite tab and Interaction button. I need to save my presentation first, of course. Let's save it desktop, fire safety 2.0, let's name it, and save. Perfect. Let's choose new interaction. As you can see, iSpring Suite has 12 types of interactions for use in a huge variety of training situations. With these interactive templates, you can present your training content and engage your learners. For example, interactions will help you to show the history of your company, your product details, and even interactive chart with your data. For my course, I will choose steps and click Create Interaction. We want to use introduction and summary slide, and I will just copy and paste the steps from my document. Step number 1, analyze the situation, the description, and to make it more engaging, I will add a picture from my folder. Let's choose picture and let's find one. Looks great. Step number 2, copy and paste the text and the description, and again I will add the picture. I will repeat the same action for all my steps. Step number 3, take measures. I will copy and paste the title and the description, and again we'll add a picture. Great, but I also want to create 2 more steps, and to do this I will go to steps and click add step. So step number 4, leave the building, and the description, and again insert tab, picture, step 4, create, and the last one called do a head count. I will paste the description and lastly the picture. That's great. When your interaction is done, you can preview it by clicking the preview button here. You can navigate through the interaction itself using these buttons or using navigation buttons here. Also, you can see how the interaction will look on different devices here, like desktops, tablets, or even phones. We could go through this as well. I think that blue color doesn't match my overall course design, so I'm going to change that. Let's go back and I will click on colors here and we'll change the color scheme for this. I have dark yellow preset here. Let's do it once again. Okay, that's great. So let's click apply and close. Our interaction is done, so now we need just click save and return to the course. Perfect. Another key component of fire safety training is learning what types of firefighting appliances are there and how you should use them. To help my learners with that, I will add another interaction with various types of fire extinguishers. But before we move on to the interaction itself, I'm going to create a slide with a short description. I will use another template for this slide. So now I will go back to slide templates. And this time I will choose company mission. Let's find it and click insert. Let me move the overlay layer a little bit in order to delete the picture. And I want to add another background. To do this, I will go to the backgrounds here and find the right one for us. Let's choose this one. Now let's send it to back and move the layer back. Perfect. Then I will copy and paste the text, the title, and the description. Let me also delete this one. Let me move the text box here to make it more visible. Okay. And I also want to bring our character. So let's go back to characters and choose Vincent again. This time I want him to be holding an object like this and click insert. Let's resize him a little bit, move, and again crop the picture. So this slide is ready to go, and I'm ready to move forward to our interaction. I want to start by adding a new PowerPoint slide. Let's right click and add new slide. Then I want to add the interaction. So let's go back to interaction, tap, new interaction, and this time, let's do it once again. I want to use media catalog. Let's create interaction. For my interaction, I'm not gonna use summary and introduction slides again, and I just need, let's delete some cards, 3 cards. Great. Now I will again copy and paste the title and the description. Also, if I click change picture here, I will choose the one from file, and let's choose this type of fire extinguisher. Card number 2, the second type, and I will paste the description and we'll change the picture. Perfect. The last one, the third type of fire extinguisher, and I will again add the text. And let's change the picture. Looks great. We could again preview just to see that everything is okay and the color scheme is that we need, yellow. So let's click save and return to the course. I think that my course looks great, and now I want to add a quick quiz to check my learner's knowledge. To create this quiz, first I'm going to add a new PowerPoint slide again, and I will click on the quiz section here. With iSpring Quiz Maker, you can easily create beautiful assessments, set up custom scoring, and evaluate learners' progress online. You can choose between graded quiz and survey questions. I will choose graded one for my course. I want to show you the question tab first. You see 14 types of questions here, different types, multiple choice, fill in the blanks, true or false, and my favorite drag and drop question. It gives you almost unlimited possibilities to create effective and pleasant looking assessments, and it's super easy. You can actually switch between 2 editing modes. Just use form view for quickly entering the question text and answer text, and use slide view for changing the appearance of the slide. For my first question, I will choose sequence. So let's go back to questions and choose sequence. Perfect. I'm going to add the question text first, but I will switch to the slide view. Here, I will copy and paste my question text. Also, I want to add a background to my question. So I will go to the Insert tab, Content Library Backgrounds, and we'll find an office picture. Let's choose something like reception. This one looks great. Let's click Insert. Also, to make my text more visible, I will add the shape. So let me change it to something more neutral and send it to back. Perfect. Now I will go to the form view and copy and paste the answers in the right order. So the first option, the second one, the third option, I will copy and paste it. And the last one is about the head count. Great. On the right side, you see slide options. And below, you could change the feedback for your answers. For our question, I will change the feedback for the incorrect answer. Looks great. And my next question will be a hotspot. I will ask my learners to identify the fire safety rules violations. To add this question, I will go back to the question tab and choose the hotspot. Perfect. In the slide view, I will again copy and paste the text. Okay, and I will add again the shape to make my text more visible and more neutral. Send it to back. Great. So in the form view, I will add a picture. Let's choose this one. And the hotspot will be there over the boxes because boxes will close the access in case of the fire emergency. Let's go back to the slide view and resize the picture a little bit. Let's move it to fit the slide better. Looks great, and send it to back. This question is ready to go, and the last one will be a drag and drop question. Let's go back to the form view, question, and drag and drop. With this type of question, your creative possibilities are almost unlimited. Now I will switch back to the slide view, and still in the slide view, I will add another office background first. So let's go back to the Insert tab, Backgrounds, and find an office picture. Let's find the right one for us. So you see that there are lots of office pictures and you could use even any picture that you want. But I want to have something like this. Click Insert. Again, I will create a shape over my text to make it more visible. Change and send to back. Now I will need to add the objects. To do this, I will go to the Insert tab again and add picture. From my folder, I will use the fire. I will resize it and move it a little bit. Also, I want to use a flower vase as an alternative solution. And the last one will be, of course, the fire extinguisher. Let's resize it and move it. Perfect. So let's go back to the form view. And here we need to set what we need to drag and the drop target. So the correct answer will be the extinguisher, of course, and the match will be the fire. And the flower vase will have no match. And the fun part here is to preview this question. Let's drag and drop it. Yoo-hoo! We've done it. Great, so let's save and return to the course. I forgot to add the results slide. My fault. So let's go back to the quiz. It will automatically open. Results slide, of course. In the slide view, I will go back to the Insert tab and want to add a background. As a background, now I want to have something more neutral, abstract, let's say, light blue. And I will bring our character here. Vincent, I want him to be uploading this time. Let's resize him a little bit. Just a few seconds. And crop. Well, now it's really okay. And let's go back. Of course, there is much more you can create using iSpring Suite. Please let us know in the chat which features you want to learn more about. We have actually done a great job today and we are ready to publish the course. You can find the publish button right here. And if we click on it, you see that there are several publishing options. You can just convert your course and save it on your computer. You can also publish the course directly to iSpring Learn LMS, which I did to show you in the beginning of the course creation. And you could also create a SCORM package to upload to your own LMS or even publish to a YouTube. But for my course, now I will publish it to the iSpring space. Let's click on it and click publish. I want to publish to iSpring space because I want to share this quiz with my colleagues so they could see it, could maybe collaborate with me if I have a team. So everything here is possible with the help of iSpring Space, which is a part of iSpring Suite Max. The time actually depends on the number of slides that you have, if you have a video, if you have an interaction, a quiz, and so on. But it won't take much time to upload the course from iSpring Suite to iSpring Space. Perfect. Let's click Manage Content. So now I'm in my iSpring Space account and I see my course here. What I need to do is to click on the course and click where it says Share. I can make the link public and then just copy it here so that I can share it via email to my colleagues, even to those who are not registered to the account. But anyway, they could view the course. I could also embed the course to my website using this embed code. But if I want my colleagues to leave their comments on the course, I can add them as collaborators. To do that, I will close this one and I see this button. I will click on it and click on Add Collaborators. Who can edit, who can view, who can comment. If you have colleagues as collaborators, you will see it here. Just click on it and, can comment. I also have a colleague here, so I will give him rights to do this. Perfect. Once they get access to the course, they will see an icon in the top right corner, like this, where they could leave their comments. And then we could collaborate. Okay, guys, we did a great job today. We created a course using iSpring Suite Max with a video, interactions, and a short test. We also uploaded the course into iSpring Space and learned how to share your course with your team and learners. Plus, this is just one of many examples of what you can achieve with iSpring, and hopefully now you will be able to kickstart your online training with our solution. I'm ready to move to our Q&A session, so if you have any questions, please let us know in the chat box.
Julia, thank you so much for this wonderful presentation. And actually, I think that's amazing how little time it took you to build a course from scratch. I think it only took you about 30 plus minutes. So hopefully,
Yes, of course.
all
You
our
know,
days. Sorry, please go ahead.
yes, it also helps when you have documents or standard presentations. You just need to have iSpring Suite and then just use them. Copy
Hmm.
and paste the information and recreate your course, and it will look more interactive and engaging for your learners.
Yeah, and you could easily share it online and
Of
then
course.
collect results through the quizzes, for example. And now I would like to address to our today's attendees and ask if you have any questions that we can cover since we still have some time left. Would be happy to do that. Not
Do the
really.
quiz results come back to the tutor?
Mm-hmm.
You mean this one? Yes, actually, it depends on where you share this course. If you use our iSpring space, then when you create a quiz, we have a section. Let me quickly show you this. And you can get quiz results on your email or server from your students, let's say. But if you have a learning management system, the results will be sent to the LMS. So in properties, you could see reporting feature and the results can be sent to instructor. Just enter your email and you will get this results. Answer breakdown, let's say, for the quiz.
Mm-hmm. Ali, hope that helps. And we also have another great question from Janet. I noticed that you clicked on include source files when published to iSpring Space. Do you need to do this every time? So we share it all review every time. So when we share it, all reviewers can see any images, etc.
You need to click on this button to be able to download the whole project from iSpring Space. If you don't click on it, it means that reviewers can just leave their comments, but they will be able to view all the pictures. But if they want to download the folder, the whole project, you need to click on save these files, how it include source files. It's better to do this. It will mean that anytime you could download this course right from iSpring Space.
Janet, hope that answers your question.
So it seems that everything is clear for our customers and prospects.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, well, in this case, we are ready to wrap up our session. I would like to thank everyone for coming to our webinar. And of course, to you, Julia, for covering this topic.
Thank you very much, Paulina, for your time today, and you guys for your time as well. It was very nice presenting for you today.